In the grand theater of global economics, the curtain is drawing to a close on one of its most influential directors. Klaus Schwab, the mastermind behind the World Economic Forum, is stepping down, heralding not just the end of an era, but the beginning of a new chapter in global governance. This seismic shift at the helm of the WEF is set to ripple across mountains, valleys, and financial districts worldwide. As we stand on the brink of this monumental transition, let's dissect what this means for the future of global cooperation and leadership. Klaus Schwab, a name synonymous with global economic discussion, has been at the helm of the World Economic Forum since its inception. Under his leadership, the WEF transformed from a modest European management symposium into a juggernaut of global influence, shaping policies and fostering cooperative strategies among the world's economic powerhouses. Schwab's vision was clear: to improve the state of the world by engaging political, business, and other leaders of society to shape global, regional, and industry agendas. His approach was both praised for its ambition and criticized for its broad, sometimes elusive goals. The impact of his work is undeniable, with the annual Davos meeting becoming a focal point for major global decisions and partnerships affecting everything from climate policies to economic reforms across continents. The news of Klaus Schwab stepping down sent ripples through the corridors of power worldwide. The announcement was made via a press release that detailed not only his resignation but also his continued involvement as the chairman of the board of trustees, ensuring a layer of continuity. The global reaction was a mix of surprise and anticipation. Leaders from various spheres expressed their respect for Schwab's contributions while speculating about the future direction of the WEF. This transition is seen as a pivotal moment for the organization, offering a chance to rejuvenate and possibly recalibrate its global influence. The implications for the WEF's operations are profound. With new leadership comes the potential for new priorities, possibly shifting the focus of the forum to adapt to the rapidly changing global economic landscape. With Klaus Schwab moving to a less hands-on role, the WEF has announced a revamped leadership structure aimed at fostering more dynamic and responsive governance. This new framework introduces a separation of powers that was previously more concentrated, distributing responsibilities across several key positions to enhance decision-making and strategic planning. The roles of President and Managing Board have been outlined, with each member tasked with overseeing different facets of the WEF's vast array of initiatives and partnerships. This transition poses significant challenges, particularly in maintaining the cohesion and visionary drive that Schwab imbued in the organization. However, it also opens doors to diversifying the forum's strategies and possibly injecting fresh perspectives into its operations, crucial for its sustained relevance in a fast-evolving global environment. Klaus Schwab's departure might herald significant shifts in global economic policies, particularly through the WEF's influential platform. The forum has historically been a ground for pioneering economic theories and partnerships, shaping policies from trade agreements to tech governance. The change in leadership could steer the WEF's focus towards emerging economic challenges, such as digital currency regulation, trade war mitigation, or even more aggressive climate action. Each of these areas offers a canvas for the new leaders to leave their mark, potentially reshaping economic priorities on a global scale. Moreover, major economic powers like the USA, China, and the EU are closely watching this transition, ready to adjust their engagement and strategies based on the new leadership's approach to these pressing issues. The transition of power at the World Economic Forum is fraught with challenges but also brimming with opportunities. The new leadership inherits a well-oiled machine, but one that operates under immense scrutiny and expectation. They face the immediate challenge of proving their capability to sustain Schwab's legacy while pushing the envelope on innovative global cooperation. Opportunities lie in the potential reinvigoration of the WEF's initiatives. Fresh perspectives could lead to more robust engagement with global crises, such as health pandemics and economic disparities, potentially redefining the WEF's role in the global arena. This change also offers a chance to address criticisms about the WEF's inclusivity and transparency, possibly opening up the forum to a broader spectrum of stakeholders and thereby enriching its global discourse. The response to Schwab stepping down has varied widely across the public and private sectors. Major corporations and business leaders, many of whom have had long-standing participations in the Davos meetings, have expressed optimistic curiosity about the direction the WEF will take. They anticipate potential shifts in focus that might affect global market strategies and investment priorities. On the governmental front, reactions have been cautiously welcoming of the change. Many national leaders see this as an opportunity to realign their own policies with the evolving priorities of the WEF, potentially fostering stronger international collaborations. Expectations are particularly high for the WEF to play a more pronounced role in tackling global issues like climate change and economic inequality, areas where public sector bodies are seeking more significant private sector engagement. The media coverage of Schwab stepping down has been extensive and varied, highlighting his long tenure and speculating about the future of the World Economic Forum. Major news outlets have run profiles and analyses, pondering the implications of this leadership change for global economic discourse. Public perception is mixed, with some viewing the transition as a hopeful sign of renewal, while others are skeptical about meaningful change in the forum's approach to global issues. Social media has played a crucial role in shaping this narrative, with discussions ranging from supportive to critical, reflecting the broad spectrum of opinions on the WEF's role in global affairs. The challenge for the WEF will be to manage these perceptions carefully, ensuring that public sentiment moves in favor of their future initiatives and leadership. The annual Davos meetings have been the crown jewel of the WEF's activities, attracting global leaders to debate and shape the economic agendas of tomorrow. With new leadership, these meetings might undergo significant transformations to stay relevant and impactful. Speculation suggests that there might be changes in the format of the meetings to allow more inclusive and interactive discussions, possibly integrating virtual participation more deeply to engage a broader audience. The themes of these meetings may also shift, with a potential stronger emphasis on global health, digital economy, and sustainability. These adaptations will be crucial for maintaining the prestige and relevance of the Davos gatherings, ensuring they continue to attract top-tier participants and foster groundbreaking discussions. Even as he steps down from day-to-day operations, Klaus Schwab will continue to wield considerable influence over the WEF's trajectory as the chairman of the Board of Trustees. This role will allow him to maintain a guiding hand, ensuring that his vision and principles continue to permeate the forum's activities. His ongoing presence could be both a boon and a bane for the new leadership, providing wisdom and continuity, but potentially overshadowing the new leader's autonomy. How Schwab and the new executives balance this dynamic will be key to a smooth transition and effective governance. Potential conflicts might arise if there are divergent views on strategic directions, but there could also be synergistic effects if Schwab's experience complements the fresh perspectives of the new leaders. As the World Economic Forum undergoes this significant leadership change, economic experts worldwide are revising their forecasts for global economic trends. The forum's influence on international economic policies is substantial, and shifts in its approach could have wide-reaching effects. Predictions vary, but many anticipate that the WEF under new leadership will take a more aggressive stance on issues like climate change and digital governance, which could lead to shifts in global economic policies. Economists are watching closely to see how proactive the WEF will be in addressing the economic disparities exacerbated by the global pandemic. Adapting to these forecasts, and possibly shaping them, will be a crucial task for the new leaders at the WEF as they navigate through the complexities of global economics in a post-Schwab era. The World Economic Forum has always positioned itself as a platform for addressing the most pressing global challenges. Under new leadership, its role in these efforts is expected to evolve, possibly expanding or refocusing on different issues. Environmental groups and social activists are particularly hopeful that the WEF will intensify its commitments to combating climate change and enhancing global equity. There is a call for the forum to move beyond dialogue to more actionable commitments, pushing for tangible outcomes from its high-level discussions. Expanding its focus to include more diverse global voices could also enhance the WEF's effectiveness in these areas, aligning its strategies more closely with the grassroots movements and innovations that are critical to addressing global challenges. The future of global cooperation initiatives looks promising but complex, with the WEF poised to play a pivotal role. The advent of new leadership opens the door to revisiting existing partnerships and forging new alliances, potentially with a greater emphasis on technology and innovation. Speculations abound regarding new cooperative frameworks that might emerge, particularly in areas like cyber governance, health security, and sustainable development. The role of emerging technologies such as AI and blockchain in these initiatives could be significantly amplified, offering new tools for cross-border collaboration. Navigating these developments will require a delicate balance of innovation, diplomacy, and strategic foresight, qualities that the new WEF leadership will need to demonstrate abundantly. Comparing Schwab's leadership style with that of the incoming executives offers insights into the potential changes in the WEF's approach. Schwab's charismatic, visionary leadership was marked by high-level engagement and a broad, sometimes idealistic vision for global cooperation. The new leaders, while perhaps less charismatic, may bring a more pragmatic, results-oriented approach to the table. This shift could invigorate the WEF's initiatives, driving more focused and measurable outcomes. Reflecting on Schwab's legacy, it's clear that his visionary approach has left a substantial mark on global economic discourse. The challenge for his successors will be to build on this legacy while adapting to the evolving needs of a rapidly changing world. As we reflect on the monumental shift at the World Economic Forum, it's clear that Klaus Schwab's stepping down is both an end and a beginning. It marks the culmination of a storied tenure and the dawn of a new era in global leadership and cooperation. The impact of this leadership change will be felt far beyond the snow-capped peaks of Davos. It carries implications for global economic policies, corporate strategies, and international partnerships. As the new WEF leadership takes the reins, the world watches with bated breath, hopeful for a future that's not only shaped by economic agendas, but also driven by a profound commitment to improving the state of our global community. In this era of transformation, the World Economic Forum has the potential to redefine its legacy, steering the course of global cooperation towards a more inclusive, sustainable, and equitable horizon.